Hey guys, it's September 12th today. I want to discuss why skill sets are more important than a job position for MGTOW men here. Keep in mind here that as MGTOWism grows for younger men around the world, it becomes more common. As MGTOWism grows around the world, men are going to need to have skill sets. Very critical, and this is one of the aspects of MGTOWism, especially for older men, is having skill sets and things that you can fall back onto, because often MGTOW men rely more so on their skills than on a job position to pay their bills, and self-sufficiency and independence is a key part here. So this is why for younger men out here, focus on skill sets if you're going this lifestyle. Don't focus on a job position. It's much more instrumental long term to have skill sets that can help you from both an economic angle and also just to do day-to-day tasks that may need to be done, especially if you're living in a less developed country or you're living in a location, maybe rural location, where you don't have certain services accessible. And this is where skill sets are instrumental here. This is why it's very common to see any men in the MGTOW community coming from areas like auto mechanics or electrician, plumbing, house building, and other field engineering. There are many of these fields that have a huge component of building, of construction, whether it's digital, physical, or anything in between. You often will need skill sets to help you, as I said, whether it's for making money or to do day-to-day tasks. When you think about how the fact that many MGTOW men choose not to work for large institutions, companies, government, all these kind of jobs, it becomes a requirement for these men to find ways to make money, but not to be part of a system. And often what that means is that you need to have trade skills and skill sets that don't require you to be in these kind of roles. When you think about many plumbers and electricians, they don't need to be employed in a big company to make a paycheck. They can work for themselves as independent contractors. Independent contractors is one of the biggest areas of MGTOW men because they can maintain a certain lifestyle without having to give up a lot of freedom. Often guys that work in big companies or for the government have to give up a lot of freedoms in their day-to-day life because they have to work in these synthetic environments. And this is why it's important to build skill sets so that you're not stuck in this position when you're older, like some older MGTOW men are. And then you're going to be very unhappy and you're not really going to have any alternatives. And develop your skill sets at an early age. Build these trade skills. Find areas that you already do well or that you could do well, you have an interest in. Maybe you're interested in cars or electrical work. There's many areas of computer, software-based areas, whether it's engineering, graphic design, video editing. There's many areas out there where you can be independent and you don't have to rely on a big company for your paycheck. This also plays into this whole concept of self-sufficiency as a MGTOW guy. This is really important to understand because there's guys out there who desire this MGTOW lifestyle, but they're not willing to build skill set. They don't have a toolbox of skill sets already. They have to be willing to put in the work and build those skill sets because that's what often creates their independence and self-sufficiency, so they aren't as reliant on a system. Remember that if you can do something very well that's required, there's a demand for this service or product that you create, people will purchase it no matter what. If you have a skill set most people cannot do, you'll be able to maintain this MGTOW lifestyle without having to make sacrifices on the career end. Whether if you can say understand plumbing, commercial or residential, there's always going to be a high demand for plumbing needs. This is just the norm in every society. Every country, of course, has buildings and has homes, and plumbing exists in all of these places. Video and photography is a big part of many areas of life now. It's used in so many ways forms of selling product and services, and many people demand these skills. People who can design good videos, who have good commercial photography skills, who maybe product photography. These are skill sets that are in high demand, and if you have these skills, you're gonna have a paycheck and you don't need to work for a company. And then also keep in mind that there's other areas of life where if you live in a certain location, whether that's say less developed country or more rural part of the country, you may need to hire people for certain problems that you can't hire. Knowing the skills that will be required is critical. It's best to try to learn these skills before that. Start trying to learn things that make you more self-sufficient. This will make it more comfortable to live this MGTOW lifestyle as you get older, and to possibly move to a different country or move to a more rural place, and you'll have all the skill sets required. So this is my input to you guys, and I look forward to all feedback below. Thank you.